What is up, fam? I hope you're all well. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in the world listening to this. It is October 17th, 2021, and welcome back to Think Tank, where we talk about all types of concepts, modalities, and exciting ideas and things happening in the world that are meant to expand your mind and enable you to think outside of the box. I'm so glad you're here. Today on this episode, we are going to chat about using discernment and why a $9.4 million deal was just turned down by an individual who is holding an NFT called a CryptoPunk. So for those that are new here, we talk about NFTs, cryptocurrency, blockchain, finance, how to not be taxed on all of your gains, and how to actually protect your assets. And today we're going to talk about why someone chose to decline a $9.4 million deal. I will post the info to the Twitter thread in the description. But just to kind of give you some context here, this individual is what I would consider a whale. He holds a lot of BTC, Ethereum, ADA, XRP, a lot of different things. And he's also very heavily into the NFT space. And he's kind of built a brand over the last 7 to, 9 months around NFTs. And what that looks like is what a lot of people do when they hold these rare NFTs or just any NFTs in general is they make them their default photo on like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, for those that are my friend on those platforms. You'll have noticed that my default photo has been of different NFTs as time has gone on. And that's just one thing that communities do is they just kind of make their NFT that they actually own their profile photo. I've also seen people like right click saving and making those their profile photo to perceive that they own that. Guys, you can actually check these things on OpenSea and Etherscan to see if these individuals actually do own it. Regardless, when it comes to someone adding that to their default photo, it kind of, sorry, that's my car. It kind of establishes you and your brand that you are an owner of that NFT. So essentially what this individual did is he got this CryptoPunk, I believe back in 2017 when they were being minted for free. Yes, you heard that correct. In 2017, these things that are being sold for millions and millions of dollars were actually free in 2017. All you needed was a wallet, whether it's a coin wallet, MetaMask wallet, things like that. You just needed that in order to mint one. So he's held on to it for quite some time, and in the last 9 months made this his default photo. And so it's kind of become a part of his brand that he holds this specific punk, and things that he has gotten involved in. This punk has increased in value because of the audience and the awareness and the omnipresence that he actually has with this. So what he went on to say was, I refuse to sell this because it's invaluable. It has been integrated as a part of my brand so much that I actually have a greater value for that, for what it brings to my brand. And I have to respect that, because at the end of the day, he could have taken a $9.4 million deal from that, or he holds on to it and it grows with his brand. So with that, this comes back to using discernment, which is really the goal of today's episode. And this kind of comes from a conversation that I was having from Messenger on Facebook the other day. A lot of you have decided to join my Facebook community around NFTs and blockchain, which everything in there is free. The only offer that I have is the masterclass, and I'm just doing that merely because I have information to share that I have actually paid people to get. This isn't stuff that you can just find on YouTube. Some things you can, but to take it the deeper layer, I've spent money and lost money and made money learning the right way and the wrong way of doing these things. But With that, this was from an individual that had joined my community, and he had lots of questions, which I always welcome your guys' questions openly. But if they really start to get in depth, I will refer you to the masterclass, because I believe that knowledge is power. And, if $200 is a little expensive for you, I do want to lovingly remind you that the average mint price of an NFT is around $100 to $300. So if that is a lot of money for you, maybe hopping into NFTs in this moment is not the best idea, which brings me to my point of using your own discernment. So I had this individual in my messenger, super nice guy. I've talked to him countless times over the years, and I've seen this guy transition from like internet marketing to like product offer to intangible offer to like business in a box. And I've watched this guy kind of steadily build himself up and lose it all, gain it all back, and the whole entrepreneurial story that we see. Now, it's interesting because this guy will scream from the mountaintops how grateful he is when he's getting the new thing, or when he's making a lot of money, and when things are going great. And that's awesome. I love when people express gratitude when things are going well, but we also have to and get to express gratitude when things are going bad, when things are in the shit, when things are sticky and difficult. When we can express gratitude during those times, it really is the test of character and the test of an individual. When you can be grateful when you have nothing, quote unquote, or when things are low and things are difficult, there's still something to be grateful for then. So I just wanted to share that little anecdote with you. But we were talking through Messenger, and he was just kind of telling me the same story we hear from a lot of individuals. COVID really affected our business. This podcast will probably be censored because I just said the C word. But I get it. In the beginning of the pandemic, when it first started, was a part of another company, and they unfortunately shut down. And ironically enough, I actually just saw a video on this guy's YouTube of 0 to 100 million in 12 months, or 0 to a million in 12 months. And this happened to be the individual that literally let go of all his employees, did not pay them what they were promised, and just kind of left people high and dry and moved away to Puerto Rico. So if he hears this, just want to let you know, you're a piece of shit. If he doesn't hear this, I'm sending that energy towards you, because you really hurt a lot of people, and I see right through the fakeness that you're portraying on social media. With that being said, this individual I was talking to shared the same story about how, the pandemic really affected our business, and, we had to pivot and transition, and, things are getting tight, and I really want to learn a new skill. And I love that. I love when someone can have a sense of humility and say, I just want to learn a new skill. I don't know what I don't know. Like, that's how I've gotten so much further in life. I've taken a lot of L's. I've bitten the proverbial bullet. I've taken the metaphorical gut checks and punches to the throat, and it doesn't feel good, but you can always learn a new skill. And that's what this guy was intrigued about. So I'm talking to him, and he's telling me like, oh, like these are the type of numbers we're doing. I really want to put this amount of liquidity in this. This is my life savings that I have. What do I do with it? Now, I want to dive into that statement, because I seem to get this question commonly. I have this amount of money, it's all of my savings, or, I have a little bit of a cushion. What can I put it in? If this is your life savings, if this is your cushion, and you have a family to take care of and all of these things, use your own discernment. I will say that again. Use your own discernment, and also do your own research. Please do not reach out to someone on the internet, whether you know them well or not, and ask them what to put your life savings, or the only cushion you have, into. Contextually, and from a bird's eye view, That seems like a poor decision to ask someone on the internet, whether you're paying them or know them well or not, what to put your life savings into. Now, I understand there's a certain level of trust that is created when people see the perceived value of NFTs and the money that's being made. And yes, there is money to be made there. But this is not financial advice. I cannot tell you what to do and what not to do. Because at the end of the day, my goal is to give you information and to give you knowledge and to ask clarifying questions so you can better make a decision on if it's a good idea or not a good idea to make this investment. I will never tell anyone what to do or what not to do. I will share what I'm doing. However, I would never tell you what to do with your money or what not to do with your money. I just want to share that message with you guys. If you liked what you heard here, do me a favor, hit the like button and subscribe. This one's a little bit longer than the others. And if you want more information on NFTs, feel free to join us for the NFT Masterclass. The link is in the description. I will see you all in the next one. Peace.